totally hear you on that. It just seems like there may be an opportunity because Toronto, as much as they're getting a little bit beat up since Joe Thieves is gone, still been able to put together at least some contest. Although, as we jump on into the opening break-off, it could not be anything less of the sort. OpTic are off to the races.
Yeah, you saw Shotzzy's tweets over the weekend, basically mirroring what Michael Jordan does with all his achievements on his hand. And you know that the guy's going to come in final form, especially in this last 2 months, to close out the season strong. OpTic just want to see a chip. They want to get over that hump of getting consistent second places. And if this guy is going to be at this level, it's going to make your job easier.
Yeah, I think the big thing we've noted about Shotzzy's play style over the last couple of weeks in Respawn in particular, not just Hardpoint, but I think especially in Overload, is that it seems like the team is really relying on him to be the guy to start things off. And then if he finds a win, then we'll go and make another play. It feels a little more reserved this time, kind of taking away space strategically. So far, perfect. I mean, 30-0. No sign of Toronto breaking anytime soon as Shotzzy's on another 3 spree. Looking for a little heat check there, and the insight will fall. Heretics try to hold strong.
All right, if you're Koi, let's go. It's time to wake up, man. Plug in the controllers, turns the monitor on, because this ain't even close and the game's just getting started. CleanX is able to find a double, though. It's going to give Koi the advantage that they want to fly on in and find these last couple of trades, but it's still the close spawns for OpTic, the NPCs for OpTic, locking down the time.
Yeah, nice team shots right there from Hook and Mercules. Now, final effort. Not coordinated for Toronto. You got a couple of players that are worried about rotation, a couple that are just trying to finesse the exit for OpTic, and it's going to be a perfect score so far for the green wall. Maybe one more chance here for Toronto to get in, but Shotzzy finds the final pick, and we will have a 80-0 game heading to P3.
Yeah, all right, come on, Koi. Show some life. Win a rotation off, win a gunfight off the rotation, but you're already with an NPC, and the amount of pressure he's able to set is going to allow Toronto Koi some breathing room. But you can already see players like Shotzzy thinking about the big time play. Now he's blocking Dojo, and his teammates are pitching for the front.
Yeah, a little bit of an off spawn here for CleanX. Dashy trying to play his life would need to finesse and try to create an elimination from one of the 2 angles that he's got to watch, and he will fall. So Toronto, nice setup here on P3, understanding where the next hit's going to come from. It's all through Dojo. Inside finds the kill. Abe pushes forward. Shotzzy, he's off to the races, my friend. 13-6, but OpTic are still held back.
Oh yeah, and this has been a money hill so far here for Koi. Just trying to keep themselves in the fight, trying to gain some momentum going over towards the P4, because this is a good chunk of time to get. But if you could chain these kills with this time, that can make your rotation even better. But OpTic are just going to cut their losses, set up at the P4, which is usually their money hill.
Yep. We saw them on this map earlier in this qualification stage, trying to get a little bit too cute and broken down. 3 kills come through. Dashy, the last one left. Able to find 1, make it a second as he forces a team kill. But Toronto will still get the spawn. Back into the hill. OpTic quickly setting up now from the front, looking to try to find this from the outer side of the rooftops. Opening first blood good for Mercules, trying to fill the gap as CleanX, but he will drop pinstripe kill feed. Hook able to find the final, and Abe is the last one left, trying to block spawns.
It's good trades there from OpTic, working so many different angles from the outskirts to mid-side server. And we're consistently keeping himself in a trade advantage, but the entire time they don't flip the spawn, so you give Koi more opportunities to break, and there's still a good chunk of time left of remaining here at the P4.
Yeah, Hook able to get one more. Finesse play from Dashy shut down. Okay. Good save here in the last 2 hardpoints for Toronto. They'll get this thing back to essentially a tie game as we head back over to P1. And honestly, again, for the slow start across the board, everyone's nearly positive or at least even for Toronto, which is great news. Mercules is just 4-13. It's been the Shotzzy and Hook takeover so far, and boy, do they need Boy Wonder to show up for Green Wall.
Yeah, their ARs to start making some impactful plays on the map. And with Mercules at 5, Dashy on 6. You need those guys to start hitting on this second rotation, because already Koi have flipped this script. They are starting to match their slaying presence. Abe is on 6 in a row. This guy has been one of those players in the CDL who's never been able to shine, and challenging a different player, but finally he's showcasing his skill.
Yeah, sure is. Trying to watch over towards the connector and towards mid, able to find another. 7 in a row for Abe. Now looking up towards Dashy, who's able to tally up a double, able to get a little bit of regen back, and that's an assist now for Abe. Looking for more, able to take away another OpTic member on this break attempt with 17 seconds left on P1. Follow-up from Insight is great, who also, sneakily enough, has a Hellstorm. So we're dealing with some major tools here for Toronto, a chance to run away with this game.
Yeah, and OpTic have only gotten 25 seconds off of the last 3 hardpoints. Koi have just turned this game on its head. Not winning a majority of the rotations, trying to lock time. He's going to hit the rewrap, and that's going to be a flawless 4 dead with the back spawn still being secured. Koi have just been outstanding ever since you got to that P3, P4.
Yeah, I mean, again, Mercules from 6 and 13 to 7 and 17. He just cannot put together 2 decent lives. Merc able to find one with the pistol here. Dancing with the pistol out. He's going to be overwhelmed, but he's got help on the way nearby. Insight able to find the beatdown Shotzzy with the trade. So even though it's an impressive moment for Insight, OpTic will still get in for some much needed time, especially knowing that Toronto can keep hitting this over and over and over again because of the hellstorms that they have. And as they find their next break attempt, they get a 4-man feed and they will get the scrap time.
All right, Koi. It's a different squad, man. Everybody has counted this guy's out. When you lose a player like Joe, you're just not expecting him to be able to compete in matchups like this. So if you are Koi, a team who has turned this game out drastically, that means the communication has got to be on point. So listen in with Toronto.
Well, I died.
I'll shoot you. I'm holding for that.
Close left, I think. He's weak. He's nading. It's all. I want mid.
Okay, 1 in lockers, 2 in lockers, 1 in time, 1 to red.
I can nade lockers.
2 lockers.
Give us a second.
10 in red. 10 in red.
Out left. Out close left. Low red. Yeah, on you, Jimmy. On you. Literally in front of you.
Got time, bro.
Let's get time.
Good time. I'm banging.
Nice.
I'm shooting.
I threw it at nade. I haven't.
I'm
Get
over.
Hard too.
Okay,
I'm nading, bro. I'm nading. 3-3.
No one. I have a shot.
Double shot. Half full.
I'm not
I have Give us a second.
half up.
I'm on your old.
Maybe I'll wide on you too. Good job.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm one shot or half up.
Shoot him.
One more hit. Low red.
Is he weak?
I'm looking wide.
There's 2 people. I spawned out. Come on back.
You can dash it. Oh, you can
top blue.
Mace.
Mine and couch cross.
One's on the tree, Mace.
Give me a sec. I'm small.
They have no them.
Post default.
On tree.
Free. I'm one's old. He's on old.
Outer Mace. He's on time. Close up on the box.
Playing the time. Could be top blue.
Close that box.
Yeah.
I was in top blue.
Yeah, on the box, just squaring it.
Window. Free in time.
One top blue, my pinch low red.
I spawned out. Give me time.
Shot back.
Hold. Playing for you guys in the back. I spawned here.
Alright, nice, bro.
It's not
I'm bottom default.
Maybe low red somewhere.
I'm bottom right corner, actually.
Go for it.
Right corner. Top blue.
That last guy, he was front.
Mining outer. Have a trophy, back door.
I think small. He's in window.
Window.
Absolute. Outer Mason, watch out. There's 2 outer. One's in, ammo.
Hey, John.
Just squaring outer.
Absolute ammo. You can time close up.
Doesn't seem to make a difference who's on this Toronto team, Jay. Comms calm and collected for the Koi as they find their break in towards P4. Chance to close out the game here in the near future.
Yeah, it's so relaxing for the Koi side because even in the situation when the chaos started to brew, when Dashy finds that opening double, Inside all he needed to do was respond, get 1 kill, and then Abe's off the respawn saying, you guys stay alive, I'm going to set up the pinch. And he's able to somehow, some way get past the line of sights there of Hook. And that allows Koi to breeze that 2-point mark and now potentially invest the Hellstorm early to almost close out this game.
Yeah, other difference maker here in this scoreboard. Look at Mercules and Dashy. We're talking 29 and 46 for the 2 ARs combined. Whereas on the other side, now everyone is positive. And Abe is going to call in his Hellstorm like you called. There's a lot of time here. Should be guaranteed for Toronto. Crossing angle for CleanX stops OpTic from trying to find some sort of a punish onto Kips. But there is a spawn that starts to come through. Abe is actually able to clean up on Shotzzy and Mercules with that Hellstorm. So now Toronto can win the game.
Yeah, Shotzzy just tried to rush that. Like, the Hellstorm is still in the air. If you are OpTic, the first 2 hardpoints were flawless. Everything else has been extremely sloppy. And Koi are taking full advantage of it. Only need 15 more seconds and are still controlling couch aside the window rotation anew.
Well, this has been about as perfect as it gets for Toronto. Nice shots from inside. 23 and 18. Pistol almost works out onto Shotzzy. But with 236 to 157 on the scoreboard, Abe just has to sit here and play his lighter than that. He finds first blood. Now here comes the hit from the front. Merc and Dash able to find the first couple eliminations. Now they try to zone out the rest of the hard point, but CleanX is dancing. He's shooting, and well, he will not finish off the final kill, so OpTic will stand the time.
Yeah, but OpTic now going to be tight in their setup. And you know stuns and nades are going to be invested, so hopefully the trophy systems are down because Insight is able to find a kill through outer. Now the movement out of the rookie gets the better of Shotzzy. That's a 3v1. Dashy the last man standing. He's going to fall. And even though OpTic had the spawns, you got to run.
Yeah, they just lost track of couches right there. Everyone was so worried about zoning out the rooftops that CleanX gets a free pitch that turns him into 3 in a row and likely the game-winning play. Dashy will drop, so will Mercules. Last to contested from the front will not get there. And Toronto come out. It's going to be snipe out for Insight to get things kicked off here in round number 1. Able to find at least information onto Shotzzy. He's going to allow the SMGs to push up and maybe try to isolate here. But Shotzy's nade actually does land before the play can come through. Now Kips has been red, so OpTic's defense has the information that they need, and they're just going to hold their ground, find a second kill.
Yeah, so quick on the rotation. One shot, he's able to gather that information. You're not expecting all 4 players from OpTic to be camping in towards the sushi. Now inside in the one street. How aggressive is Inside going to be with his shoulders? Because he is yet to show face, but Dashy isn't giving this up.
Well, Merrick's able to find another nade onto Abe. That's over onto the A side. That actually has the defense pulled. And you take a look at Shotzzy's position. He's already getting forward as he found the timing. Oh, he misses. CleanX by that much. So now does he go on to flank watch? Yeah, he does. Now with that information, it's an easy follow-up to get to South Grandma's. Dashy caught into the corner. Follow-up trying to be there as the isolation is still really good for OpTic.
Good shoulder.
It's just down to Kips rotating into the site.
That's a good shoulder out of the nuke. Has the information, gives the comm to Shotzzy. Now you potentially can set up the 2v1 gunfight, but Kips is still moving.
Yeah.
Still loses. Get the bomb planted.
Looks like they will. Bomb down. Post plant set up over towards the offensive side of this dojo. Dashy, snipe over through small. Kips will not peek that again, I promise you. So now OpTic has to try to regain their way back in. They've already gotten through the small door. Smoke allowing them to get a little bit of an entryway on towards this site, but Kips has eluded these players. Jumped right behind him. Find himself too. Aimed the third, and then in and out of the smoke. Nowhere to go. Nice shots from Kips.
Hey, just get the post
down to, can you shed off that identity of being a rookie and be more of a veteran here with Abe in the mix? Not that he's new, but you just need a little bit of something to get you going. It's at least get able to get one before dropping. So that works out for at least a 3v3. In Toronto, looking to quickly contest the back. And Shotzzy with an SMG may not be able to read this from the first play, but he's in a good spot to follow up.
Yeah, and Abe is taking an extreme long route. Dashy thankfully does not have a sniper, and he's also able to gather that information. So Abe is potentially going to get isolated, and he rushes the play, doesn't really allow his teammates to cause a distraction. Now it's 20 seconds left. Just value your life.
Well, Shotzzy pulls up the scope, hits Kips. Should be enough for OpTic to feel pretty comfortable in this setup. CleanX, yeah, this is about as desperate as it gets. SMG from the top side of the milk truck. Not gonna. What if we did stars as like how like the Buckeyes do their helmet stickers for players?
Okay, but what would the stars indicate?
I don't know. Good place.
All right.
You can ask Ann. I'm not an Ohio State fan. Kips finding a little bit of pressure here already, trying to establish some presence on the top of A. He's not able to find what he wants, and all of a sudden Shotzzy is, and now he gets to pick and choose his timing, and he's just gone right by. It's supposed to watch that, and he gets absolutely destroyed. Wow, what a search and destroy from OpTic, and I think smoke from Shotzzy. Look at that stun to Toronto. I think they've been conditioned to the quick hits from OpTic because they are already rotating away from A. Showers will be taken for free. Abe has been seen. Stuns and nades for OpTic really won't do much because Toronto have fully vacated the site. Now they're going to have to play a full retake with the bomb down.
Yeah, they're trying to take the space away as soon as that bomb plant goes down so they can potentially find the opening kill, and it's CleanX locating Hook, but here comes Shotzzy.
Yep. I mean, can you script it any better? I don't think you can, but Toronto finally kills that they need. Hold on a second. Dashy's in some trouble here, and the retake is successful. I mean, legitimately, if that is about as
still showing face and contesting this side of the map. Now forcing the hand of Koi to start thinking about that rotation, because Shotzzy the entire time is giving the info that the play is going to be here, but now you're bamboozled and it's all on Hook. Oh,
well, ooh, Kips, huge first blood. Looking for more, shut down by Merc. Flank from Shotzzy also meets its maker. So now you've got opportunity for Toronto to set up a 3v2 post plan. Really, the threat of the flank is pretty minimal, but Mercules is going to give it a try. Gives away his position, though. Now has to backtrack and see if they can double hit this from the front.
Now you have info onto both players. Mercules just shot from broken hole. Dashy just takes shots from his side of showers. So let's regroup. It's already been 10 seconds gone. We have an extra gun.
Yeah, and the shots are just... Yeah, I mean, Inside had showed himself, and ooh, CleanX. He tried to get some control of the back hallway. Shotzzy wins the battle, though, and now all of a sudden, Toronto have to try to contest this somehow, some way. And wait a second, Shotzzy just dives in, and didn't even look like Mercules was helping him over the top. So now 3v3, Toronto trying to back away. Following up to chase the red dot is Hook, and that will lead to a wide open rotation day.
This is a beautiful audible here from OpTic. Man advantage, you know, the last two players are sitting at back alley. We already have players in a position to watch the cross through the middle of the map. It's just Dashy has to choose the 50-50 correctly. Abe doesn't spot him. 1v3.
Well, he has a chance here. First one's free.
He's on 5.
5 in a row? Yeah, you might want to stop and just wait here. I mean, he's still a little bit too far away from a Hellstorm, I think, to really fully consider it. Oh, and he almost gets Hook. Hook will back away, keep his life. And there's a chance for OpTic to still contest, but here comes Kips. Sees the info, doesn't find the first blood. We're staying 4v4.
He backs out OpTic, but OpTic are still here. Ready to contest with 3 players, and Shotzzy also forcing his team to cause a distraction so he can eventually work this pinch route, but bomb is getting planted.
Well, retake on the way. Already getting through most of this position. Smoke to block the cross. Good damage from CleanX, but he can't find any of the kills. Oh, man. An Insight who was trying to play the clutch position is now stuck. And even though OpTic had a lot of low health pools, they were able to survive through it.
Kill, you're going to draw the intent from OpTic to watch a pinch. And this is where realistically we should be committing, but OpTic get a couple kills, slow you down.
Okay, that will happen. Nice Hook, able to follow up after a little bit of nade damage, and then turn that into a third. Shut down from finding more than that, but OpTic can have a chance, at least somewhat of a chance, to potentially grab this EMP, but it resets just before that happens, and OpTic got map positioning. Yeah, that is a nuke out of ABE's weapon. So now all of a sudden, you kind of look over towards Toronto regaining space, posture here for both teams, working on things, but not quite able to get the setups that they need. And the same thing is kind of happening right here. You've got CleanX making a forward play, Hook trying to make a forward play, but now Toronto coming away with a couple eliminations. They're getting stuns over towards Dashy. It means only Shotzzy's the last one left. He will fall. A defense going to be required. At least for OpTic, they get a couple of players to spawn close, but you've got Abe close by to try to find these kills. Insight able to get an aid that lands. Insight try to slide his way in, and he will be able to get over for the first score.
This is perfectly played there from Koi. You know that OpTic, and they will lock down every single long route and turn those kills into the first score. So now the reset comes down over at the solar panel side, and it's Shotzzy with the opening kill, EMP on the approach, and OpTic quickly tie the game.
Nice job. Battle for mid-map. Turns into Toronto finding a couple of key kills. They have to score an A. Instant counter cap, and now an opportunity maybe for OpTic to get the first dominant moment, but Hook, he felt like he had a low health pool onto Insight, tried to force it, and you can see what happens in the minimap. Toronto able to spawn right back up and force. They're able to grab the EMP before the reset. Now they just need to deal with this OpTic play through mid-map. Maybe easier said than done, though.
Yeah, Mercury's still alive. And the entire time, CleanX is thinking, I could work this rotation. He's going to be out to play, and OpTic are now up by 1. Reset.
That would need to happen. And Shotzzy's able to get up top for a moment. Tough battle with CleanX, and he's able to just barely survive. And now the EP starts to make his move over towards the top side at B. Nice shots from Dashy. Follow up. He knows that Kips is playing in the back, but Abe down low at panels. At least gets some maybe another opportunity for another Koi member to get here defensively, but it's not going to happen. Not going to work out. EMP does drop for a moment. Maybe a chance for Insight to save the day, but he will drop, and OpTic will get their third.
It's too much slaying now. The nuke, I feel like I've watched his engagements. We said it before the match started, Koi need to be able to match their slaying presence, but now you're down by 2, and you know that OpTic are going to be playing rat spots to make it even more difficult for you to score, but that's going to be 3 dead. Let's push forward.
Well, say maybe if you get this low health pool into Mercules, you can find an opportunity with Shotzzy here and Hook over the top. Yeah, it's not going to happen. 33 seconds remaining. CleanX able to find 1 in return, but it's not going to be enough to do too much to this situation. And OpTic are looking for a 4th score, and they may be able to create one here. You've got a couple of Toronto members that are still spawning up towards the east side of the map defensively. OpTic holding their ground down tank.
Shots.
And they're just looking for picks. I mean, I'm telling you, Dashy, yeah, he's got it locked in, but can't quite find the final bullet onto Insight, and OpTic are still waiting.
Yeah, you're just looking for the best opportunity. If 2 kill goes their way, that's when we're going to hit the go button, and it's Dashy able to locate those slays. On 4 in a row, still looking for the perfect opportunity, but now it's the final 25 seconds. They got the last push.
Well, here we go. The first blood. Yes, you do. That's huge. Hold on a second. You can make this all the way happen. CleanX over the top of the site. Found by Hook. Dashy running, trying to find some help. Kips able to get 2. Pistol out. Not going to happen for Mercules. Huge from Kips to save the 4th score.
And I was just looking at the last guy, but that's another push shut down from Koi.
Yeah, and now Merc. Ooh. If he gets a second, I'll say maybe that creates a lane here for Hook to run forward on top of that, but he's going to do so regardless. Kips stands tall. Big win from Kips, and now Toronto all of a sudden have the forward blocker and Abe ready to go.
Yeah, and I think if you are Koi, the way that you want to quickly tie this game is by getting this capture on B, because that reset is going to spawn over towards Solar, and you can put yourself in a position to chain 2 scores immediately. But we need to find our kills. The only one that's able to find one is your EMP carrier, so Kips knows he's going to die. Might as well send it, put the EMP in a bad position, and now OpTic on the attack.
Yeah. Shotzzy trying to get forward, shut down by Insect from behind. EMP stuck over towards the P2 tank. Forward push from Abe. Wins his opening battle. Hook now kind of head on a swivel. Is able to get the initial the CleanX, but he just jumps and uses the MPC the way it's intended to. Toronto gonna score here for their second unless a nade can land. No. And now we've got a 1-point game. Trying to stop it, needs to get here though.
Yeah, gotta continue to stay alive in their spawn. CleanX is able to hit the shots onto Dashy. A team kill is not gonna help the green wall. And now it all falls into the hands of the nuke. Kip's just popping a 3-piece. You have to do the same exact thing, but he's only able to get one and Koi tie the game.
Yeah, that's a big rebuttal right there from Toronto. Possible last 1v1. Mercury's able to find the win. He will grab, he will score. No one there defensively. EMP back to middle.
It's 50 seconds left. Koi have already put himself in a position to play the reset. It's just effective trades there from OpTic, able to stabilize around the mid-map. Now Mercury's back into the mix. He's on forward row. You give him a Hellstorm, it's GG, so you need to trade this guy.
Well, Abe is going to back away. He's the only defender for Toronto at B as the spawns are down towards the A zone thanks to the EMP showing itself there. But it doesn't make a difference. You don't have to score here if you're OpTic. You just need to not allow Toronto to. How passive do you choose to play? Well, Kips, that's a big first shot. Dashy delaying, good nades, good utility, trophy to keep him safe. Maybe a bit of an over challenge there with 13 seconds remaining. OpTic are going to be in defensive statures here, as Toronto will get the EMP and have a chance in the overtime.
Oh, he doesn't earn himself that Hellstorm, so Koi are gonna have this final push brewing. But you can already see on the minimap, there's a player that has gotten lost. You need to go because Shotzzy's behind you.
Yep. And you get that kill from Hook at mid-map. So Shotzzy gets the freebie. It just all works out perfectly here to set up your rotations, kind of like OpTic we're banking on Den here on Sake.
Everybody has to provide their 25%. Live up to the Hardpoint name. This has been the game mode that has treated you well since the beginning of the season. So OpTic starting off on the preferred side, slay their way right through the middle. Even though Koi start off on the initial time, now you're coming off the respawn a little bit worried.
Well, ooh, big win there from Abe. That'll work. Hook trying to find the trade, able to secure it just barely. Bar still wide open for the taking at the moment. Mercury's able to set a foot in. Site says not so fast. Let me see your ID. He's not 21, promise you that. Shotzzy, Hook, give it the follow-up though. Now an opportunity to work in towards A, but he shuts that down, and all of a sudden you look to the minimap. Toronto already putting pressure on rotation with multiple numbers. First battle here for Kips. You have to stay alive, and whoa, better than that, he wins the gunfight. Inside helping on the cross. Gives now Kips one more chance at a low health pool of Dashy, and Toronto will win the rotation to 2.
He just keeps on making big plays. He spawned over at the warehouse side with about 30 seconds left and had so much trust in his new team that he just stayed alive on that side to guarantee the spawns over towards new, and then he gives you 2 off the rotation as well. So Koi off of the back of the rookie making big time plays, win the rotation, and currently have it on lock.
Yeah, this opening zoning. Ooh, I say Mercury's if you find 2 there. It may move this Toronto setup around just a touch, but look at the route coming out of CleanX.
Damn.
Making his way back over towards Bar. Good win from Kips again. He's on 3, but it feels like he's on way more than that considering the impact of shutting down the play from OpTic. And Toronto are going to get full 60 here, pretty comfortably on top of that. Pressure now on rotation. OpTic have to respond.
That's why B2 is always going to buddy Money Hill, even if you don't have any trophy systems. All you have to do is just be the team there early. Because now with so much space and so much remaining time, you can start to work on these routes very early into this process. Kip's already in a power spot. He needs 1 kill for the Hellstorm.
Yeah, this nice moment here. You also shut down the last contest from Abe, so great rotation win from Toronto. Are we going to get a handshake of 60s here? As OpTic have a really solid setup, but that's a good pick from inside. Oh, hold on. If he loses this to Shotzzy. Uh-oh. Now you're going to move spawns around. Inside is turning up. Kips inside the hard point, still staying hot. That's a massive break for Toronto. Huge edge early.
Man, that's all off the back of Inside finding a double on the spot that is going to guarantee the spawns to go your way.
Oh, my gosh.
So Toronto just finding some kills that are out of the ordinary, but OpTic on the response right back in. Mercury's finds 2. This final 25 is going to be theirs. And if you're Koi, yeah, cut your losses, start kidding about new.
Yeah, that's really important right there. I mean, not that the map would have been over, but you lose another full 60, we're looking at 120 to 15. You just don't want that. if you're OpTic Texas. Obviously, that's easy commentary. So now all of a sudden it is down like you call the rotation play from Toronto. And look at the setup. If you were to take a screenshot right now, look at this. It's forcing OpTic to spawn all the way at the top. What this means, though, is that Toronto have to win every single one of their 1v1s. Otherwise, this could fall apart quickly.
Yeah, but hey, he gets caught by the nuke. So it's a massive first kill going in favor of OpTic. And they're still keeping their pressure towards the back lines. Try to flip Koi over through the front. But Hook's able to get through. He falls. Mercules also falls. Dashy trying to lock down the back spawn, but he's the only one alive.
Good help. That's so good from Kips, dude. I mean, you want to talk about just instant impact of listening into the comms of Toronto and how calm and quiet they are, how it's like you only calm things you absolutely have to. Kip says, help, I'm in trouble, Dashy's on me. Abe says, I got you. That's all that needs to be said. He plays his life, you find the win, but on the next break attack, even though Toronto were able to hold the spawns for a little while longer, the quick presence of OpTic and Hook in particular break in from the front, and it's another small lifeline for OpTic to not let this game get out of hand.
OpTic keep breaking in the final 15 to 20 seconds, and this might be the best opportunity for them to set up a good chain op spot. They're down by 40. OpTic's communication's got to be on point. Listening now.
No, we're good.
Watch out, Kelly.
Not trying. I'll be right, Brandon.
He's still hurt.
Top three.
Let's go.
Top 3, one shot, CleanX. Top 3 weak as well. I'm getting aped. There's 2 on the right, guys. 2 on the right, 2 on the right.
I'm trying God subs. He's pushed that P2, push that P2, from P2.
Absolutely. Cannot be weaker P2.
One shot on the milk. Milk trickle, one shot.
Smoke. I got hard stunt here. Close, CleanX.
CleanX, wait. There's inside. On time. On time, weak.
He's absolute. I can't tell.
He's left
Oh, 2 on time. Another one.
Close up, 1 HP. 1 HP.
On the right, Kip, Charlie.
On the right, weak, absolute. Nice job, man.
Yo, flip.
Okay.
I'm lucky getting hot.
Get him.
Here.
Watch it.
On me new.
Trying to help you now.
He's deep right on me. He's Kitch. Watch Kitch.
I have Kitch. I think he's benching.
I got it.
He's Kitch. I'm dead. Kitch, dead. Another Kitch. In Kitch. Nice, good shot.
No, lobby.
Lobby.
Try.
He went sushi.
Should've flipped.
He's dead.
Nice, good job. I'm blocking.
They're bar me.
Run up peeking.
Then behind us.
Pinch us.
Basement dead.
Lobby, I'll kill him.
He's on me. Oh, you got me. That's all you in it. Yo, basement. Sushi. Trust.
I'm looking at a place
Close
left.
sushi. Really weak sushi.
One guy's like L-steps, I think.
Yeah, maybe he's L-steps, Abe. I spawned behind the patio.
Abe L-steps.
Watch out.
Okay, they got split with me, gas. Okay, they got split with me, gas.
Sushi, one shot.
Sushi inside dead.
Another one,
Sushi.
He got me.
He's weak, he's still there.
He's dead.
Basement. First guy I've seen, basement, CleanX.
I'm completely right.
One right off, CleanX. That's the guy.
I'm
That
lucky
was the guy we're looking for. Like sushi. He's like laying down or
Oh,
something.
yeah, I didn't see him. There's two. On target. They pushed up me, guys.
Close
Make sure we hold. I'm gonna spawn out.
I'm the back.
I'm gonna spawn out. No, I didn't spawn out fully.
Push out
I'll
the
kill
P5.
P5. I'll kill P5. Stay
Someone
down.
got steps.
P5 dead.
P5. I'm looking at my side door. Front. Still spawning
One
one.
guy's gonna be got steps so inside.
Got steps. Side door.
Watch your stutter. Just there.
There's two. Another one side
One more
door.
side. Front.
Yeah,
CleanX, dead. Another one.
He's center.
They spawn back, I think.
No.
I'll block. You can go.
I'm looking pushing out the left here.
Yo, I'm hiding top right. Give me info front. I'm hiding top there. Give me info.
What do you have?
They're gonna go con.
He's Dojo inside. He's weak.
I don't see anything front.
No, you gotta help though.
Dojo.
I'm looking at my side door.
I spawn out.
Side door.
One's in the back of me.
On time.
In the back.
Front in time, boys.
Back door.
Got it.
Alright, Billy. One front.
Yo,
Nice, good job.
dark alley, CleanX. One guy's on
Okay,
time.
I'm containing him. Make sure you back up.
I spawn out.
Wait, what the fuck?
Wait, one minus spawn
Yeah,
down.
yeah, one.
No, I
Yeah.
spawned P5.
No, one dead. One's
Okay, I'm backing up.
Well, Jay, we were kind of talking back and forth through that, listening about kind of the differences between OpTic and maybe the 10% that they lose on some rotation setups. What that does, I mean, you're seeing great breaks, but there were a lot of missed opportunities here for OpTic, including Shotzzy in that let's play.
Yeah, and this is going to be another opportunity that you're going to throw away because Koi were able to at least get 20 seconds off of the P2, but now bully their way right through Bidge with the gunfights for a very early break. OpTic are already trying to contest it though. Inside with an SND, he has to choose wisely when he's going to go for these shouts. He's putting down shots, but OpTic are here.
And Abe, big first, but good follow-up from Hercules. Spawn is still out for Shotzzy. Should be able to set this up as a natural pinch through mid. Clear out some of the space at the bridge. Force number one from Toronto to hit on the outside, but CleanX is able to find the first down to the hard point. Not going to be able to get another, and OpTic will hold. 20 seconds remaining. Abe is the only one even in the ballpark, and he will just take his one and then just get to work zoning out the exits.
Yeah, OpTic are going to be able to take the lead this remaining time at P3, but the last time we saw Koi early rotate over towards the P4, they were in the best setup possible. Just now, you don't really have that guaranteed space to create so many different layers, but you still have an ABE slaying around the mid-map, finds a double. It's going to relinquish or at least release some of that pressure coming from the front.
Yeah, that gives you, well, it should give you like 15 seconds of guaranteed time before a break even comes through, but Shotzzy gets a big win through the middle, and he's gonna find another round of Kips. It's just like the tale of two Shotzys. Sometimes unbelievable, other times big mistake. Now he's able to find 3, 4. He's gonna clean everything up. Shotzzy looking for the final on the CleanX. Not gonna happen. Toronto are in from the front, and keep your eye on Kips. What does the rookie have for us? Able to find one over the top, looking back over towards the bar window for a little bit of assistance. Now the last one will drop in Toronto, able to get in.
And they instantly flip the spawn. So now if you are OpTic, hit your stuns, hit your nades, we gotta go through the front door. And CleanX on 4 in a row. You allow him to earn a Hellstorm. That might be just enough to force this game number 5. We gotta trade him, and Dashy's gonna locate him.
Just barely, even before the regen comes through. One more tick of hardpoint time, giving him that Hellstorm. But OpTic will clean up the hardpoint and set the floor for moving over to 5. Lean a little bit further forward, friends. Our Monster Energy match today is looking feisty. ABE, big win through pit. And put themselves into a position to try to break this from multiple points of ingress from the front, and they're going to find the opener.
Yeah, and ABE is thinking, all right, I got to kill top mid. It's going to force at least one player from OpTic to watch the pinch. They lose those engagements on their first break opportunity. Now OpTic trying to create some more space. Dashy gets called. You're still finessing if you are Kips, and now your teammates are here.
Starting over, here we go, all the way back into it. Toronto able to give themselves 4, and now taking the role of the travelers. OpTic Texas trying to find their way back in towards this hill. You do not want to just let this 25 go for free. Able to find a couple of key eliminations. Can you find a way to clear out Kips on the high ground? While nice shots from Heretics, but doesn't finish the kill. Hook respecting that he needs to keep his life, trying to slide out at the right time, but it's just all a little disjointed. Toronto not really able to get the time though. What looked to be a comfortable setup, a lot of this time goes to the game clock.
Yeah, but even if they're not getting the time, they're consistently keeping the OpTic track towards the backside of this warehouse. They can't get any space through the middle of the map. The only one that's so far pushed up is gonna be Dashy, and now he's the last man standing. Koi needs 26, make it 25 seconds to force game 5.
Dashy trying to travel in on the white horse, and the Knight will hit. Able to hit 1. Shotzzy, Hook, still trying to work around the backside of the bar, but they're both going to drop. Mercules has to hold tall. Able to for a small moment, but Toronto are going to win out the setup and now have a chance to put pressure all over the OpTic break.
And Abe's already in dojo. He gets the first kill. You know, OpTic are going to be flooding from the warehouse side, and they are ready and waiting for this wave of gunfights. Only need 10.
But Shotzzy only can find 1. 240, 208, split spawn situation. Mercules gets caught. Same can be said for Dashy. Last one would have to be Hook. Not going to happen. Shotzzy down low, shut down, and Toronto will take both the hard points and send us to 5.
Yeah, that has never been the case.
Players, let's get the heck out of here and just work the outside today and see if we can overwhelm anyone who might be hiding inside.
This entire time, Dashy was just sitting and waiting over at the rooftops. You gather information that they were taking a lot of space at this B site, so let's rotate it over towards A where we're uncontested for a retake opportunity here for Koi.
Hook, first point of contact forward. Shotzzy, same on the side door. You got to get this nade off. You don't want to be caught. You want to lose this angle. Well cooked, lots of damage, but he does drop for first blood. Follow from Hook is good. Nice turn from Hook, help from Dashy, and one more to get is CleanX. That is just an impressive individual
out of Koi. Dashy gives up that spot through top window, and he actually peeks it but misses the shot. So now you have mid, and we're approaching B. If you get this bomb down, it's easy.
Oh, but Kips misses his window. He's trying to force the kill to put pressure on the flank, and he will win that. OpTic, what do you choose to do? They're really going to push through and contest, not allow the chance for the flank to get here. Who gets the opener, stops the plan. Now all of a sudden, you just need to play your life. Look at Shotzzy. He's coming around the backside of the play. He needs to find more than one, though. He gets the opener. Creates some space on this side of the map. Dashy, you think that sniper pistol combo is not great, but with this guy, it may as well be a super weapon. 20 seconds.
Wow.
Rotation trying to come through. Shotzzy can't get the trade. Nice shot through big gathering here. This is just straight rundown. And I don't know if Toronto are going to anticipate not just how quick this plant's going to come through, but
I think they're trying to
how far forward Shotzzy's already got. I mean, you have to check this. Dashy's in some trouble. He gets one though. That's fine. That's more than enough if you're Dashy right there. Setup now obviously allows Toronto to crunch, but it's all about Merc and Shotzzy forward.
Yeah, you're waiting if you are inside for your SMG, so apply pressure from the front before you make the big time move, but time is getting away from you. We got to go. 20 seconds.
Oh, Shotzzy looking for info there, trying to find timing. He will fall. Hook just barely able to stay alive as Mercules confirms one trade, but he would essentially have to do a 1v3 on his own. Secondary shot's not there.
Damn.
And that's just another moment on timing, dude. Are you going to say the same thing I am? Like, Shotzzy's in a perfect credit corner.
Hey, just don't get isolated if you are Shotzzy, because this smoke grenade, it does get invested. You're trying to keep them trapped over towards statue, but now you got Mercules to try to keep him alive, but Insight with the angle finds that first blood.
That's big. Toronto gonna keep doing a little bit of push and pull here. Info for Kips. Okay, you know where Dashy is. And they say, all right, Dashy wants to play mid connector. Let's force his M15 over to A. But look at this route from Shotzzy again. I mean, he keeps finding great timings. Just comes down to can he convert the play? Insight, aware of it. Huge shutdown, and Abe from 4 in a row. Now with the bomb plant is looking at potentially a hellstorm.
He's getting closer and closer to it. Dashy showing face on the backside of Dragon. You have yet to gather information onto the nuke, but a stun is going to be invested. Kips gathers the info and doesn't commit on the fight, but Dashy still finds a frag.
Yeah, CleanX able to find another, and that's a 5th kill for Abe. Starting to get a little bit scary right now for the green, while Toronto are...
Shotzzy can't be taking those risks, man. You set your teammate up for a death, and now you're down by 2. We need to have a response right here.
Yeah, oh, Shotzzy, quick aggression. This feels like frustration right now. I'll tell you what, Jay. Who gets the trade? Sure. Dashy has to follow up on this mid cut. Good information, good reads, good wins. So bully ball towards B does work out. But I don't know about you, Jay, but I still maintain that play call right there from OpTic feels like a frustrated one. Like, let's just force the gunfights, I guess.
Yeah, like you might as well try something else, because this slow and steady wins the race thing hasn't been working out.
Yeah.
Sniper pistol. He misses the shot on the Insight. Insight is able to switch to the M15 at the right time. But this is all a distraction play. Again, Coy just trying to draw the attention on this side of the map, keep OpTic at bay, but the rotation is brewing.
CleanX. Oh, if you get that one, there may be an opportunity, but now as the time starts to tick away and there's no more noise at B, OpTic will, I'm sure, start leaning their comms towards we got to get back to A. Watch Shotzzy in the mid-map once again from Kips. Insight trying to kill the noise, play some time, delay, but the longer you delay, the more Shotzzy gets into the picture, and now you just have to win some impossible gunfights, and that is likely not going to happen. Last player stuck outside. Abe only able to get one, and
It honestly is going to draw the attention, but the rotation is 100% going to catch them off guard. You just need to stay alive or go for the ego, child. You still got the numbers.
Okay, timing for Shotzzy could determine the outcome of the round. Able to get some shots on the inside. Watch your back. Abe is on the quick pinch, but Shotzzy bails out and now has the information, but can't quite get away from the aim of Abe. Hook not able to fully plant. 2v2. OpTic feeling a little bit stuck. Dashy clearing out the window, and Hook's going to commit for the plant. No chow here from Abe. Toronto are playing for the retake.
Inside has no stuns and nades. Pretty sure Abe is not going to have any as well, so it's strictly gunny here for Coy on this retake opportunity. They already guarantee that plat is going to be cleared on out, and the positioning of that bomb, they have to be playing on their side.
Yeah, and this is all on what Abe can find. He's able to find Dashy. Nice shots, gets the win. Hook around the back. Insight, able to get the read. Hook trying to reposition. He needs to try to get back over and try to find a different way to contest this bomb, but it looks like Toronto are going to try to play for the kill, and they're able to find him before he gets up the staircase. A gutsy call, because if Hook gets out the window, maybe stuck in a bad position, well, might be able to wait for another day. Because right now, Toronto have a chance to continue to extend OpTic's losing streak. And this is going to be a patient round, Jay. Oh, but a nade glance on the Kips over towards top roofs.
Big frag on a Shotzzy for the first blood, but they had information that there was a player aggressively pushed up through 10, and now you can isolate onto Mercules. Thankfully, he's able to get out of dodge, but 45 seconds, OpTic had them trapped.
Yeah, OpTic, well, a little bit of pressure here. I love this call. Able to get some damage in.
Pinch.
That's help from inside to keep him safe. Pinch, though, from Dashy. Perfect trigger discipline. Finds 2. And I believe he just saw him at 10. Insight gives you 1, but not enough health to take the second. Towards that front door at Couch. And Shotzzy this time, instead of trying to assist by playing forward, is going to make sure there's no late route from the flank. And help his teammates just try to stay comfortable on the hill facing forward.
Yeah, this is Shotzzy just relying
Nice
on his
nade.
teammates to be better in this scenario. Dashy with the
Seen
first
him.
blood is now going to allow Shotzzy to start to move, and he has the information on to Insight. This is a freebie.
Yep, shots come through. Insight just looking for an angle. Never in a million years would you expect Shotzzy to be that close that quickly. Abe, though, able to find 2. That it's opened up the door from the front. Mercules off the reload. Gives some space for Toronto to work their way back over to the bomb site. Shotzi's nade lands. Now it's all down to Shotzzy. 1v1 with Kips. Low on health. Both players now tagged. 15 seconds. Kips making a play for the window. Back to full health. He's lost them. And Shotzzy's just going to guess to see the timing. No time to defuse. Pistol shots won't matter. OpTic take the
that he
edge.
wants, and now OpTic at game point.
Okay, 13-5 from Abe. Do you look to him to be the playmaker to get you into a round 11? Trophy system down. Toronto looking to go quick behind that, but Mercules gets you the first as nades are trying to be cooked up. Kips gets the response. Abe, the bomb carrier. Whoa, finds Shotzzy, who doesn't clear his corner. Early numbers come through, but wow, Mercules again able to find another
What
kill.
is this round?
I don't know. It's all chaos. Everyone wants to take the battles. Dashy for one, but Abe will find a way. Huge.
This is where OpTic hits you with the bamboozle, rotate over towards Abe, but they're at the complete opposite site. And this entire time, Abe is maintained mid-map. So as soon as that bomb plant goes down, he's going to have a one-on-one that he has to win.
It's a lot of trust that OpTic wasn't going to get contested through mid-cut. They didn't even throw smoke to cover it. And this is the problem. You know for a fact there probably are players from Toronto on the flank. You have to kill time if you're Dashy and Mercules to see if that would activate Abe on this pinch. Instead, he's going to go back over towards mid-cut. Dashy finds you the first blood. Mercules with an SMG, just bouncing back. Nice shots though from Abe, able to find one. Dashy gets in trouble, kind of caught in no man's land, able to find a help flow from Mook. Abe, what do you got? What do you got, Abe? Able to find a couple of shots, but now, Shotzzy. Delayed pinch, no problems. Post plant comes through.
Shotzzy in the final round, man.
Yeah, Chris, listen, the production kit, just came to our ear and said that Hook set the record for 6 plants. And I'm just sitting here laughing to myself because for 2 years straight, I've been talking about Toronto Koi, formerly Ultra. Why the hell do they give up an entire
6
bomb
plants
on defense?
6 offenses.
Exactly, because they're giving them all the space. I'm telling you, bro, whoever's coming up with the Toronto Koi strats needs to be packed into a cannon and shot into orbit. Shot into orbit at this point.
Okay.
And the crazy thing is, I tweeted about this last week. CleanX liked the tweet. He liked the tweet. They are aware of the issues there, and I think this is arguably even more disappointing because your rookie came in, dropped 17 in a game 5, and you guys, the vets, could not step up and clutch up in the final rounds. They got first blood naded 3 times, Kips twice. In the last round, another first blood. Hey, OpTic capitalizing.
There were some good points too.
And at the same time, the guy we're about to interview,
Spotlight, and I'm going to give question number 1 to this boy who is all kinds of fired up.
Right. Yo, that was an amazing series. Thank you for giving us cinema, bro. And I saw your clip, you and Hook, talking about how you're like, I'm just running it down. I don't care. Are you trying to throw off the rest of the league? Because you did not change the way you played at all. Just gambling, running it down.
Nah. Hey, that game 5, I was more relaxed. I mean,
What?
usually
Were you?
Was I?
That was a relaxed one.
At least the first 25, 30. The last minute,
Yeah.
that's when I switched it up, I guess. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's just my play style, man.
Fair enough. You can't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
No, that's fair. Do you want me to go next? Okay, I want to focus on your guys' overload. A little bit of a nerdy question here. Just Dashy and Merc have 60 goals right now overall in the season. 60. 60 combined. Not combined, actually. Nope, definitely
Messi and
separate.
Ronaldo.
Yeah. And so I wanted to know, is that something about the approach to overload at all that you guys talk about, or do you feel like that just happens to be the natural progression? The ARs on the back line, you're making a push. You and Hook obviously are throwing your lives out there to make sure that they can sink it. What is that dynamic like on y'all's end of things?
Yeah, so they mainly just get the ball just because me and Kyler are just so just aggressive and always getting map control. Because anytime we have the ball, I'm there's no one in front of me. So it's kind of just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to,
And sometimes it
around
comes
like
up.
that,
That's how we get some good hat tricks sometimes.
Shotzzy, today is our last day to have the great Emmy-winning Michael Liu, our director, with us. He's going to be taking tomorrow off. So we're going to do something new here. This is our scuff play of the game with you on the line. Can you walk me through your game 2 as you drop 12 kills?
I mean, I was just getting free kills, honestly. Wasn't doing much. I mean, I was doing the roulette, word to nameless. I actually got my first 2 sniper kills right here, which is pretty lit. So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just light work,
Just light work.
You nice like that with this?
You like to gamble, and are you excited to be closing out the year in Vegas?
Crazy question, but yes. And don't gamble, kids.
Don't gamble, kids. Shotzzy and I are going to be hanging out for sure Sunday night, hopefully with the trophy in hand. You guys got to clean up some of your search before that. Best of luck.
Thank you.
I love Shotzzy.
What's one of those things that you can do during the ad for champs? Jump out of a building? Yeah, don't get you guys. You can take you guys can go. Jump off.
What's the next
drive
match?
some supercars.
Next match has Minnesota. We're going to